So today's webinar's title is to get accelerated in the product growth market and how to get your product out and take it ahead and take it out to the users in the cheapest and the fastest manner. So what happens is when we start something, it all starts with the sunshine and rainbows, and everything seems great and everything seems fine. And once we get it all started, once we have get out of the startup kind of like the idea phase, and we are ahead of that space, so we kind of get in a place where we are validating our idea with the potential users, and we understand like what those users want and how they want to proceed. And once we go through that idea stage, through that validation stage, and then we realize okay, now we can go ahead and build something. So at that point, when we reach there, that is the point when we realize that everything is not that great which we seemed. So what happens is whatever you have planned, you realize okay, so you actually have to create a software out of it, and just a prototype would not work. So when you are in this stage, then you go ahead and find a kind of like a solution to it. In a kind of like a startup's journey, either for a software, you either look for a mobile application, web application, desktop, or embedded, depending on your needs. And so to get that kind of a software, either you go and hire someone, or you are the technical person of that team, and that's how you end up creating the application. So in the pursuit to find the solution that we are looking for in the software arena, so what happens is when you need a software, either you are the tech person. So if you are the tech person, you can actually get started and build the application, and it takes around 7 to 8 months to build that. But the drawback is you would have to work day and night. You have to resolve bugs. You have this uncertainty if it is going to work or not, and you have to spend a lot of time, full time and part time, and that takes a lot of bandwidth in your whole journey. And at the end of the day, it is not sure if it is going to work or not. And if you are not the tech person, you find a CTO, and if you are going to that route of the CTO, you can either find him or you may not be able to find that person. And the drawback is you have to give away the equity, and after even doing all those hustle kind of stuff, you would have to again build the application, which takes around that same journey if you were the tech person, and you have to build that whole application. That person would have to build that thing. Once it is done, then you get out into the market, and then you understand if it is going to work or not. So that is one route. And if you are not able to find a CTO, you might go to the route where you might hire someone to build the application. If you hire someone, then again you are spending 4 to 5 lakhs per year, depending on their experience. And then again, that whole building cycle takes again 6-7 months to build that application, where you are not again sure if it is going to work or not. And if you are not able to hire a person, you might go to hire an agency, and that agency you are spending around 10 to 15 lakhs, and again they are going to build that whole application again in the same duration or more. So this whole cycle takes a lot of time. You are not sure what is going to work or not, and you are kind of stuck with that timeline of getting that things done. So this is where we try to help people so that they don't actually get stuck in this whole journey, and get this application out as fast as possible. So this is where we call it a Hope Island, where you are able to get your things done faster. So so what we are providing with Blup is even if you are a tech person, you don't have to spend those 6-7 months of building that thing, where you are spending day and night resolving bugs, doing those things. You can get your application done faster in just a month or so. And then you can give it to the users. If it works, it's great. If it doesn't, you can just reiterate and redo it very fast. So those reiteration cycles become very fast, so you don't have to be stuck in single idea. You can pivot and you can do multiple iterations of that thing. If you go to the CTO route, you basically do not have to go to that route, because you can directly build the application by yourself as well. So again, you can learn a little bit and get your MVP and a stage where you can actually get to a funding route. So again, that makes it very fast, very intuitive, and that whole building cycle becomes very low, and you can get your application in a month. If you hire someone, let's say you go ahead and you hire someone, you can just pay them around like 15K or something, like you can hire an intern or something, and you can give them the application to build, and they can build it for you. So you don't need a experienced person to build your application. So what happens is you reduce your cost and you reduce your time as well. So this is where it helps out a lot. And again, if you give it to the agencies, you can ask them to like, okay, build it through Blup, and what happens is their whole spending cycle that you would be spending would be way low, way less, because they would not have to put in their whole team to build those applications. They can build those things very fast and with less amount of team spending their time building the application. So that's how these whole things. So key takeaway is like it reduces your time, it reduces your money expenditure, and it gives you a breathing space where you can reiterate, you can give out to the users and get your whole cycle faster. So this is basically how we do it. So this is kind of like a demo video of the Blup.
Y'all get ready. I got a new superpower. It's gonna blow your mind. You know that I'm all about it. I'm built different, I'm a new kind. So watch me do what I do. Out with the old and in with the new. I got no limitations, it's amazing. Yeah, watch me do what I do. Well, this is new. This is new. Hey, I'ma show you what's next. You're gonna be amazed. I don't even have to flex to set the world ablaze. So watch me do what I do. Out with the old and in with the new. I got no limitations, it's amazing. This is new. Sure is. Hey, watch me do what I do. Well, this is new.
So yeah, basically, like you saw in the video, so if I just distribute it into multiple parts, so in Blup, you start by designing your screens. So let's say you want to build a mobile app and you already have identified the user flow that you are going to build. So once you have identified the user flow, you can start building your screens directly inside Blup, or you can import it from the Figma if you already have the Figma files. And then you can add in the logics to those your UI kind of things. So what happens is in the logic section, we have created the whole logic system from the ground up. So you do not have to wait or do any kind of things. You can get started with those these blocks and you can build anytime you want. And let's say you want to build a kind of like an application where you are kind of like a delivery application. So you can just drag and drop your maps inside it, and then you can add in the logics through these logical nodes. So what it does is it reduces the amount of technical knowledge that you need, and you can get the things and whatever you are planning to do faster. And once you are done with that, you can either use our backend system or you can use yours. So what we do is we also provide a backend system where it is all pre-built, so you don't have to build your whole backend on your own. So this is all real-time kind of backend. So as soon as you build something, it is directly reflected on your mobile app. So let's say you are building a chat application or kind of something that does a real-time transaction things. This backend helps you in getting through all of that part. And once you have built your application, you have tested it out, you can publish it, and you can publish it on App Store, Android, and also for the web. So web portrait modes, you can do that as well. So what I will do is like I can give you a brief demo. So whenever you will start a new project, you will find this dummy application over here. So what I will do is like I will just create a new screen and let you go through a little bit of how it works. So over here I just added a new page, I created a new page. I can design anything over here. So what I will do is like I will create a simple file picker kind of thing. So let's say this is a preview, kind of like a file picker's preview, and I want to create a button. So I can just directly draw that button, or I can just drag and drop as well. But let me just show you how powerful this whole design system is. So I've added this thing. So what I want is whenever I will click on this button, I just want to open a file picker and I want to show it over here in the preview section. So I will just go in the edit in Blup Lightning. I have this node, which is the button, and I want to, on the click of this button, I want to open a file picker. So by just right clicking on it, I can get any amount of the whole, it is kind of like a menu where you can find the different kinds of logical nodes over here. Okay, so file picker. So this is a file picker, and what I can do is on the click of it, I just want to run this node, which is called file picker, and I just want to add in only images. You can keep it any file as well, but let's just make it only images for now. And then just drag and drop it so that it will give you all the values that it will bring back. So it will bring back file path wherever that image will be stored on the device. It will give you that, its name and the bytes of it. So what we need to do is we need to pass the bytes so that it can be shown in the preview section. So this is the rectangle where I want to add in my image. So what I will do is like, okay, so this is a list. So it contains multiple images if you select multiple images, but I just want first image. That's it for this kind of a demo. So just add in a list. I just want a single item. So it says first item. I will just take this thing and add in as a file bytes, and that is it. I can run it. So right now it is building this application directly, as you can see. Okay, so this is the app. This is kind of like a demo, the first screen. So what we would have to also do is like we would have to connect these two pages. These two pages are not yet connected. So for that, just go over here, navigate. So in the navigate, you can just choose whatever you want. I want to, on the click of it, I just want to go to this page. I just connected it, and that is it. And then I can just refresh the application. It is hot reload, so it reruns the whole applications, whatever you have built, the whole logics, whole designs. It reflects it very fast in just microseconds, so that your flow does not breaks whatever you are trying to create. So now I have connected. So whenever I will click on it, so I will get to this page, add image. So let's say I want to add this image. Okay, and this will be added. So yeah, so it is kind of like that. Okay,
Sahaj,
yeah.
sorry to interrupt you. So I mean, so most of the guys, so they do not have any background of, you know, coding data and any application making and all. So and me also, like, I mean, so I know, I mean, it's, you know, difficult for me to understand about this application making process or creating process and all. So can you do one thing, like, I mean, if you could share that one video on this, or like, I mean, any process, like how they can create this and what will be the process and how they can, you know, get the application created and all. So that can be done, I guess, or otherwise, I mean, it will take much more time. And also, I mean, I don't know, I mean, guys are, you know, understanding this or not.
Okay, got it. So
So
what
that's
we
the
have,
thing.
yeah. So what we have done is we also have the whole YouTube tutorials and everything. So what
Okay,
I just
okay.
wanted to show over here is like the whole process, like a small brief kind of a process, how easy it is done. So if you actually build this whole thing, it will take you at least a month, because you would have to first you would have to create a whole database, and then you would have to build these kind of like this UI and everything. So you could think of it like at least if someone is very much experienced, they can do it in 2 or 3 weeks. But this is right now what I have just done is in I would say in 5 minutes or so. So this is how fast you could do it.
So this product is very nice. I mean, definitely. I mean, if you know, I mean, somebody in your team will help anybody in creating the application, then it will be, you know, very easy to create this application. But I think if me myself, you know, try to create that one from my end, so I mean, that will be difficult for me to create the application. So that's why I was asking, like, I mean, you know, when if you can guide our students or startups in building the application. So
Yeah,
what will
sure,
be the
sure.
process for that? So I mean, see, I mean, if they connect with me, like, I mean, they want me to connect with you for building the application. So what will be the process? I mean, how you will guide them in building the application?
Sure. So what we can do is like we can set up kind of like those on Saturdays and Sundays. We can set up time schedule, and whenever they need some kind
Mhm.
of an help, we can just gather all those people, and we can help them out, all those students or the founders, and help them out.
Can you also organize some, you know, workshop on, or like, I mean, some sessions if you could take on the on building this application, like on the basic things, like how they can create the basic thing, how they can start and how they can end. I know, I mean, it will take time, but if you know few selected startups or students would like to learn about these things, so if you could help them, I mean, would
Sure,
it be
sure.
possible for you?
Sure, sure. We can do it. So, what I wanted to say was exactly that. So, we
Mm-hmm.
can do those sessions on a regular basis where if they need some kind of an help. So, what we can do is first we can do the sessions to give them an introduction and kind of like a getting started kind of a guide, so that they can understand how they can get it started. And once they have done a kind of like a kind of like that chunk of it, and then we can take the questions and Q&A based on that, and we can help them regular basis. So we can give them new things to do, and then we can understand what they are facing problems with, and then we can give them new thing to do, so they can understand like how it works, and kind of in a similar fashion what you were asking for.
Perfect, perfect. So that's it from my side. I mean, you can continue the session, or if you know, I mean, any of you know, I mean, anyone have any doubt or any they want any clarification, so they can ask to you.
Yeah, sure. I think that is it from my end. There was some kind of like a problem on the backend area, but it's not a kind of a thing that will happen when we will give it to other people. Uh, but other than that, I would love to know regarding everyone who have participated, what they have been working on, what they are facing the problems right now, what challenges they are facing, so that I can help them out.
Correct. Or if anyone, you know, I mean, making any kind of website or application for the venture, so they can also ask, like, I mean, how this Blup will be, you know, beneficial for the venture, or for in building their application or website or something else. So, I mean, if you guys have any question, then you can ask to Sahaj.
Yes, sir. I am having a question. Dr. Muskan Zafar here. Can I?
Yes, yes, Muskan, please carry on.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, Sahaj sir. Very
Hi.
nice to know about your site. It is really helpful. But I wanted to know one thing, that there are a lot of technical specifications in your app. So, do your matlab in your website? So, do your website is having a guiding tool or something, like in other apps when we go, they guide us that now you have to go to this step. Matlab, there are arrow sort of things that from this step you have to move to this step. So, is there any guiding tool in this app? Because matlab, as I could see that I have to be matlab, technically precise if I'm using this application, as Kushal sir said. So ऐसा कुछ
Yes.
टेक्निक वो कुछ गाइडिंग टूल है आपके इसमें जिसमें मतलब हम लोग बना
Yeah.
पाए?
Yeah. So right now, because I have been using this tool, so इसलिए यहाँ पर guiding kind of like those tutorials नहीं आए. But if you start it from your end, if you download and you start the application on your end, then you get those kind of like helping kind of like tool tips and everything which you can go through. And also over here, as you can see these three marks. So over here, this is documentation. You can just directly access that whole documentation, and videos and kind of uh, like the controls if you are not able to find them, like how to do something, like how to scroll or how to do that, you can go over here and look at it. And we also have the videos. So what happens is directly from inside the application you can directly start the videos, so without any problem. So you could do that.
Okay. And one more thing, sir. What is the cost of developing the app from this Blup? Like if we do
Yes.
it from outside, it costs a lot. So what is the approximate cost of developing an app?
Yeah, so what we have done is like we have made it open. It is free to use. You can use it as much as you want. And if you are like, you can build your whole application on it for free. And once you launch on it, when you want to go on the Play Store or the App Store, then there is a charge. But if you are already part of IIHMR Startups program, then we are giving the perk on that basis. So we will help those startups and get it out for free, like for a 1 year plan, so they can get it out, put on the Play Store, App Store for free for the selected ones.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Sure.
So I think there's no questions from the audience now. Over to you, Sahaj, if anything else you would like to tell us, or like you would like to tell us about anything else
Hi.
about
Sorry,
the ideas.
sorry to interrupt. I have a question. Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, Dr. Shailendra.
Sorry to interrupt.
go
I
ahead.
have a question. Am I
Please go ahead.
audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes. Yes. I just want to ask one question that as this Bluff, we will prepare a web application or everything is there, but we are not skilled in this. So if meanwhile, while preparing the application, how to contact the person who can easily help us out?
Yeah, so what you can do is like you can directly reach out to us, and we also are
Okay.
available on the WhatsApp, on the Discord. So even on the WhatsApp groups, I can share those details in the emails to the participants, and they can just join us directly, and there would be a person who can help you out anytime you face any kind of a problem.
Okay. Thank you. So kind of you. So, Kushal, by what time you will be finding the names of the person who will be getting the free 1 year subscription plan? We will
Sorry.
start as soon as possible. By what time you will be disclosing the names of the persons or the startups who will be getting this plan?
So no,
So
I
we
mean,
can
if you
start the workout.
no worries. I mean, if you are, interested in taking the services, or you would like, you want to use the bulb, then you can. I'll connect you with the Sahaj, and Sahaj will help you out in the next process.
Definitely. Thank you
So
so much.
Varun, one of our incubated startup, Varun, he's the co-founder of Aishman Bhava Technologies. So he's taking the services of Bulb, or he's connected with Sahaj as of now. And I'll connect you with Sahaj, and Sahaj will help you out in the next process.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Anybody else? No more questions? Okay then. Thank you, Sahaj. Thank you so much for taking the session. I hope this product will help startup and students in building their applications and website. Over to you, Sahaj, if you would like to tell some remarks on the sessions and all.
Sure. I think that is all from my end. And if anyone needs any kind of help or any kind of, if they have any kind of queries, I would be happy to help out them. I think anyone need that WhatsApp group and they want to add in and they want to get in touch with us. I think either they can just get in touch with me directly on sahaj@blup.in or directly reach out to Kushal as well.
Perfect. Okay then. Thank you so much, Sahaj, and thank you, Om. Thank you, students, startups who joined the session. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Okay. Have a nice day, everyone.
Bye. Thank you.